Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I got a bunch of comedy dates coming up. JoeRogan.net/tour. Big one, May 12th at the Verizon Wireless in Grand Prairie, Texas. And that one is with Tony Hinchcliffe and Ian Edwards. And then July 7th at the Ka Theater, the MGM in Las Vegas, Nevada. Everything else will be up soon. It's all at JoeRogan.net/tour. If I seem a little low energy, a little NPR right now, a little mellow, it's you'll understand after you listen to the second podcast today. We did 2 podcasts today. One with Ron Miscavige, who's David Miscavige's dad. Miscavige? David Miscavige's dad, who's the guy who runs Scientology. And the other one with Brendan Schaub and Eddie Bravo. And that one went off the rails and into the woods. But we'll get to that in a minute. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by LegalZoom. LegalZoom is a service that allows you to do all sorts of legal shit online, like you can start a nonprofit, you can start a corporation or an LLC. You can use LegalZoom to do it. And LegalZoom is not a law firm, so you don't pay online in an hourly way. You pay a one-time fee. It's all there on LegalZoom. Transparency, upfront pricing, customer reviews, and a satisfaction guarantee. LegalZoom is not a law firm, but they have a network of independent attorneys who can review contracts, help with employment laws, and advise you on the many hurdles that pop up when you run a business. LegalZoom is awesome for all kinds of different things, folks. You can check it out, and there's no surprises. They provide complete transparency, and you can see how LegalZoom can make life better for you and your business today. If you go to LegalZoom.com and use the code ROGAN at checkout for some special savings. That's LegalZoom.com and use the code word ROGAN. Oh, shit. We're also brought to you each and every episode by Onnit.com. ONNIT. Onnit is a total human optimization company. It's a company whose main goal is to provide people with the tools, the inspiration, and the information to get your shit together, to take it to the next level, whether it's through strength and conditioning programs like Keith Weber's Extreme Kettlebell Cardio Workout. That's one of the best cardio workouts you're ever going to do, ladies and gentlemen, and you could bust your ass with one single 35-pound kettlebell. We have those DVDs. He has a whole series of them. Keith Weber has also been on the podcast in the past. If you want to go back into the archives and find that, it's pretty dope. And he's a really, really interesting guy and very, very knowledgeable. And his kettlebell cardio workout fitness DVD, if you go to the fitness DVDs, he's got a series of them, and they're fucking brutal. Where is it here? Extreme Kettlebell 3. Fuck that one. Fuck all of them. Fuck 2, too. Fuck 1. They're all hard. They're brutal. I mean, fuck you in a good way. But we also have strength and conditioning equipment in the form of the best kettlebells you could buy with the perfect shaped handles. I like the big gaps of the regular kettlebells, but I like the artistic quality of the legend bells and the primal bells and the zombie bells. We have these kettlebells that are made out of cast iron, 3D balanced, but they're made in all these different cool shapes. The primal bells are all the great apes. Like the gorilla, we have an orangutan. We even have a Bigfoot, 90-pound Bigfoot. That one's my dog. It's a great way to work out, and it's also a piece of functional art that will literally last forever. The legend bells, there's a werewolf, a cyclops, and a harpy, and then there's a series of zombies. All sorts of different weights, and plus we have regular kettlebells, and we also have steel clubs, steel maces, all things that promote functional strength, things like sandbags and ab wheels, things that give you strength that you can apply to athletics and even just to everyday life. Just feels good to be stronger. Oh, shit. We also have an Onnit Academy. That's a big part of what Onnit is. If you click on the Onnit Academy link, you're taken to a section of the website that is one of my favorite places on the internet because it's filled with all sorts of awesome workouts like different kettlebell workouts, different workouts for different body parts, different workouts for endurance, guides, nutrition guides, diet guides, articles on exercise physiology, and there's a lot of motivational stuff and some Q&As. There's a cool one up right now with Cub Swanson, who is headlining the UFC this weekend against Artem Lobov. This ad's too long. But anyway, Onnit.com, there's an Onnit Academy. The Onnit Academy in Austin, Texas has 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, and it also has Bang Muay Thai. So get your shit together and go there. Awesome workout facility. And use the code word Rogan at Onnit.com, and you'll save 10% off any and all supplements. Oh. We're also brought to you by Audible, the internet's leading provider of audio entertainment with an unparalleled collection of amazing audiobooks. May I suggest my pal Bert Kreischer's The Life of the Party? Or may I suggest Sam Harris's Waking Up? Or Lawrence Krauss, who was on last month. I am listening at the same time to his book, The Greatest Story Ever Told So Far, and he narrates it on audible.com/Joe. If you go there, you will get a free 30-day trial. Ooh-wee. Audible.com is a fantastic service, folks. I am a huge fan of audiobooks. And if you are and you don't know about Audible.com, oh, you silly fool, please go. Please go to audible.com/Joe to get a free audiobook and a 30-day trial. Audible, it's really awesome having them as a sponsor as well, because Audible has always been a big supporter of stand-up comedians, and they even had a thing for a while that they're doing where comics would do like a fresh new 5 minutes every week. It was pretty interesting. But audible.com/Joe, go there, free audiobook and a 30-day trial, and I'm telling you, an insane collection of amazing audiobooks, just every single subject, every topic, every genre. Audible.com/Joe. Okay. My guest today reached out to me. I had my friend Leah Remini on the podcast, who used to be a big-time Scientologist and then decided to quit the organization and do a television show about it, and I wanted to talk to her about it. I'm fascinated. And so I got this email saying that David Miscavige, who's the head dude at Scientology, that his dad wanted to come on the show. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, is his dad mad at me? I thought his dad was going to, my son's religion is not bullshit, you fucking punk, and knock my teeth in. He's a Marine and shit. Actually, he left. He left the organization a few years back in 2012, and he wrote a book about it. So he wants to come on and talk about it. Well, so then my publicist gets this email from the folks at Scientology that are basically explaining that they have a retort to his book, and they have a website. So I feel like, especially since this is the second podcast about Scientology, and I got that email, I'm like, they didn't threaten me in any way, shape, or form. They were very reasonable about it. Reasonable? I'll say it again. They were very reasonable about it. But I felt like, at the very least, I should put up their URL. So that's why I did that. In the beginning of the podcast, I told him, I'm saying, like, let me just get out of the way. Just let me say what Scientology is saying about you when they knew that you were coming on, and then let's just talk about this thing. Look, it's a fucked up story, folks. It's always a fucked up story when a father and a son don't communicate anymore. And when the father writes a book about the son. And then there's the Scientology part of it. So without further ado, please welcome Ron Miscavige.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
And we're live. What's
Good.
up, Ron? How are you?
I'm doing okay. How
Doing
about
all
you?
right?
Yeah.
Doing good, man.
So this quick start. I came in here 10 seconds ago. We're on the air, you
I
know?
know. Well, I wanted it to be that way. It's
Okay.
It's more natural. Sometimes, like, some of the best stuff gets said off mic, so we figured now how to do it where people get in, and pretty much as soon as we sit down, we start talking.
No complaints.
So you contacted us after the Leah Remini interview.
Right.
And you wanted to get on, and you have this book that you wrote. It's called Ruthless. What's the correct pronunciation? It's Miscavige?
No, Miscavige.
Miscavige.
Yeah, the actual name of the book is Ruthless.
Right.
Scientology, My Son David Miscavige and Me.
Right. Now, let me just say this before we get started, because Scientology, this is the first time I've ever been contacted. They sent an email to my publicist, and they have a rebuttal to what you wrote.